Oh, yeah, I can hear it. Much better. Okay. All right. Look, we got the whole podcast thing going right now. Oh, my goodness. Are we going to be on the Discord too? Okay. So many different...
What's the topic?
I think the topic is intervention.
Okay. You want to check your audio on your phone and see if that's good?
Oh, go on my other phone and see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Mason, you ready to tell your story?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Dang, all these people are.
Whoa.
For the Ryan show.
It's good?
Oh, let's see. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay, cool.
Are these my headphones?
Yeah. Just let me know if you need to adjust the camera slightly.
I mean, I can
All
just
right.
frame or
Okay.
can we scoot it this way? Does it matter if I just do that or do you want to?
Yeah, get Ryan in the... Oh, there we go. Got to get Ryan in the Ryan show.
Really big hair.
That wouldn't make any sense not to have Ryan in the Ryan show. Okay. Is the topic intervention tonight, Ryan?
The topic is is it making noise? It doesn't look like it's making any noise. I don't think my mic is working.
So
I can't hear myself.
Huh.
Look all the way over here. Let's try. Can I try? Well, yep, there we go. Now I'm super loud.
headphones down.
Wow.
Headphones down. Yeah, I guess headphones down a little bit. There we go. As long as can you hear me, Mason?
I can hear you very
Okay,
well.
perfect. Can you guys hear me? That's the important part.
I see Saint Nick in there.
See, Nick's in here. Oh my God, are all those people just sitting and waiting and watching? That's like so many.
What's up, JoJo?
What's up, guys? Hi, JoJo. How you doing? JoJo Kokomo, can you hear us okay? Newport TM says, yep. Let's go. Rock and roll. So,
funny,
what's up,
Tim.
everybody? Good evening. Happy Sunday. We are here checking in with Mason tonight. We're going to see if we can have somebody new come on the show every week just to kind of pop in, give their 2 cents, say hey, kind of get a feel for how they're doing and get their little input. I'd also like to start doing just like, a weekly roundup, check in on how Graceland is doing. Kind of like on SNL, how they had weekend updates. We'll do something along those lines and we'll just kind of tune in. I mean, I can't promise I can be anything like Seth Meyers, but I will do my best.
You can be better.
I can be better than Seth Meyers. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll try, but I'm not a small white Jewish man, so I don't know. I can't compare. But yeah, so let's talk about, before we dive into stuff, Biggs, hope all is well. I don't know who Biggs is, but cool. How was this week? How was this week at Graceland, Mason? What's happened since last Sunday? Let's go over things chronologically. Do we want to use residents' names, or are we just going to give them code names? What do you feel about that?
Use their names.
Use their names? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how they normally do it on the live. Like, so
Yeah,
I don't know if we have to be like resident X or resident Y or whatnot. But no, if we're going to use their names, then that's fine.
Be fully transparent, like just put it all on the table.
You just kind of get everything out there. No,
Yeah.
I feel you. So what happened with Abby? Let's talk about what happened here.
Oh, Abby.
So Abby's doing good. Let's start there. Abby is back in the house. She is up and running. She's kind of doing her best to get back in the groove of things, but it definitely was let it fly. All right, Newport, I see you. It definitely was an interesting week and weekend. Just definitely a fun turn of events for Abby and our other resident, Josh, as well. So Mason, do you want to kind of kick it off with, in your perspective, what happened?
Yeah. Okay. So we have 2 senior members. They've earned their trust in the house.
And what is a senior member? Let's start there too.
Senior member
break it down.
at Graceland Ranch Sober Living, you are required to have 4 months sobriety in the house.
4.
And you are a role model, a leader in the house, a good example of what the program can accomplish. So you or trusted. And with that being said, before they were senior members, they had a little situation where they were flirting.
Situations.
It was a
You
situation.
know what? Situations. That. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, they had a little situation where they were flirting. They didn't get down. Coming from somebody who actually did get down when they were in the house and wrote 50,000 words for it.
Oh, did you know?
Oh, yes, I did. I'm not perfect. It's all about progress. Yeah. So, yeah, they
No
were
matter
flirting.
what type of
Ooh,
you have.
ooh,
Go ahead.
and
Just give him some background
they were
noise.
flirting. The problem with the flirting was when they got caught, she ran away and got loaded and relapsed, and then we put them on non-com, which means no communication. And then they still, after this non-com broke and we got them back in senior member group, they flirted again, and then the same thing happened again. Escape the
Yeah,
fate.
pretty much. So, like Mason had said, they went from being on non-com to being off non-com to working through all their stuff. But it seemed like right after they both were in the same, text area again, they seemed to just start up conversation. And that led to just some very unhealthy interactions, both from Abby, from Josh, both between each other, and just that led into other unhealthy interactions in the house. And it all came to light because just a series of random happenstances. So we were conducting just a house walkthrough, right? Where we just kind of walk to see the status of things, what's amiss, what's messy, what's not messy, just like taking down everything that needs to be corrected. And then Abby had energy drinks upstairs in her room, and energy drinks aren't allowed in the house. So when we find those, it's like, okay, cool, big red flag. So we talk to her about it, and then we go to our weekly house meeting, and we're just like, okay, so what's going on with that? And she starts talking about how she's stressed with her work, how she's stressed with other things going on in her life. She's stressed with her step work and fourth step with her sponsor, and just a series of just like various stressors and things causing her anxiety. It's like, okay, cool, it makes sense. Like, you're going through a lot at this moment. Little did we know there was also a lot going on in the background as well. So she, it turns out, had been speaking with this other resident, Josh, very provocatively, I would say.
Oh, it was flirting.
Flirting.
Straight flirting.
Yeah. Which, again, if you're in a situation and you're kind of like seeking validation from other people around you, and then you're kind of having other stressors going on, that's just kind of a scenario you fall into. And it sucks a lot for a lot of people. It's like, I can relate to that heavy duty. Like, when you find a person or you find an outlet to kind of give you some solace or some peace or even some fun romantic or sexual attention in that kind of sense, like, it's a fun thing to do. So I don't blame her or Josh for kind of falling into that. Like, if they were both giving each other validation in that sense, especially being in sober living and being deprived of that kind of like interaction from the opposite gender.
Yeah. You just got to own your consequences. That's the difference. And so, if you're going to do something bad, own it. But she did stay, and the fact that she ran away, she's done this twice. It's a relapse twice.
Oh, we didn't even get into that part yet. Like, yeah, we're just skipping right ahead.
Oh, yeah.
We're just talking about that they were talking, and then we ended up finding out about it. We went through the whole conversation, and some people it hits harder than other people. So they had very different reactions. And I think this is going to be like a great conversation point of just like how people react to different kinds of things when it comes to light like this. Like, they had two very different, I'll use the word reactions again because I don't think there's a better word to describe it. So they had two very different reactions, and I'm running out of words here. But Abby took it pretty hard. She was kind of embarrassed. She was feeling some type of way about it, and she really didn't like having it brought to light that she was in that kind of interaction. And she did end up talking about how she was feeling. Last time it was something that really, really, really hit home and hit hard for her. And then, again, not surprisingly so. It's a big deal when this kind of stuff comes to light. It can be embarrassing. But at the end of it, she did end up going out and relapsing.
Yeah, a big part of this is when I talked to her about her, after the fact, I sat down with her and I talked with her. And she puts things as her higher power. Whether it's her job or a guy. and she's not having any conscious contact with her higher power, which should be God. If you're, it doesn't have to be, but it, for the most part, it is. You got to trust it and depend on a higher power. That's not work, or not another man, a guy that you have a crush on. You can't make that your higher power. It will take you out when your expectations get broken. I've had some painful experiences with putting people as a higher power. It doesn't work well. What about you?
No, definitely. It hit home for me pretty hard when you just said putting work as your higher power, because I definitely can fall into that a lot. And I can fall into the trap of putting priority or value or a lot of time or energy or even emphasis or attention into something other than my higher power and my program and stuff like that. So when you're talking about people falling into the trap of putting others as their higher power, or even putting validation as their higher power, putting more attention into that interaction, that relationship, it's something that can for sure lead to someone making a decision like going out or relapsing or drinking or using, or any kind of like irrational decision, like cheating on their wife or their husband, or just like, quitting their job, or just like flying across, I don't know, just any kind of rash decision can come from treating something else as your higher power, So it's not crazy or unheard of.
Yeah, and it's exactly what Erica Roselli, that's why co-ed sober living is a test to see how much power we have, how much willpower we have.
Very true.
The house in itself is like trigger therapy,
Oh, so true.
Think about it. Like, it's co-ed, it's structured. And here's the thing. They were both doing really, really good.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing. They were both doing good on paper.
On
the surface. So like everything was good on the outside. They were like shiny and new. They were both working. They both had senior membership. They both were kind of setting examples in the house. But like underneath everything, as we found out later on, Abby was struggling with a lot of things. Josh was struggling with a lot of things. And they were both using each other's validation as their outlet instead of their program, instead of leading into the house, and instead of leading into their sponsor or AA and things like that. And it led to one of them going out and the other just not having a great time altogether. Like, side note, Josh did not relapse from this. So he did not have that kind of reaction. But Mason, do you want to tune in or chime in on kind of how Josh did react, since his was different?
Yeah, he didn't want to own his part. He kind of took it like she made the first move. I was just going with it, being playful, and I took it too far, but it's not my fault. It's all on her. And when you work a program, you don't want to be blaming other people. That's not going to help you in long-term recovery. You just want to clean your side of the street, not even worry about the actual equation, like, who did what. The details don't matter. This is my part. I own it. That's it. You got to keep it simple. But I think he learned a lesson. I mean, this is his second time doing this.
And that then goes to say that there might be a pattern here. There might be some kind of behavior that needs to have a closer look taken at it. That was stupid. There might be a pattern that needs to have a look taken at it,
Oh, yeah. And, we all do. We all have. That's the thing. We don't actually judge them. This is like, people are people. We're suffering from the human condition. None of us are perfect.
Yeah. It's like Avril Lavigne said. He was a boy. She was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious?
Oh, yeah. That's exactly the case here. It takes two to tango. It does take two to tango. And
exactly.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Graceland Ranch. Like, that's just like one little thing that happened. But every day is like a whole new, it's like every day is like a whole new episode of Black Mirror,
That's deep. Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get. Like, it could be one person who's doing great, and then it's like, boom, they want to go. And then it's like, you talk to them and they've been planning a way out for like 2 weeks. And you're like, what the?
It's like, where have you been? You've been just like sitting here doing the thing, but secretly behind closed doors, you've been just like plotting your own escape or plotting your own demise in a lot of ways. It's like, why go through that? And a lot of it does come down to they're just holding their own secrets or holding their own dirt.
And here's the thing. If you're at Graceland, you're at a structured sober living, there's probably a good reason why you're there.
I mean, I can relate to that. There was for sure a good reason why I went to Graceland and why I ended up there. It's like my life was unmanageable. I burned it down pretty hardcore. Like I thought I was in charge of everyone and everything, and I was running not just my own show, but the entire world. And it turns out, spoiler alert, I wasn't king of the world, and that sucked to realize. Do you know how hard it is, Mason, to realize you are not the international leader of everything in the world?
Oh yeah. I suffered from that.
You too.
Oh yeah.
My God, how'd you get over that?
I I surrendered
Went to
and asked for
Graceland.
help. It was actually the moment I asked for help. I realized I need humility. I need to get rid of this toxic masculinity that brushes everything under the rug and says, I got it. I don't need anyone else to help me. It was beautiful. I definitely think substances that I took kind of pushed the envelope on thinking I'm godlike or chosen. The problem with that mindset is that when things don't go away, you take it so hard. Like, why am I not chosen today? Why didn't this thing work out the way I wanted it to? And then you feel so down. Now I don't think like that. I'm a humble, grateful alcoholic who wants to be of service, who is sometimes selfish because I'm imperfect.
See, well, how do I get on that level, Mason? Because I am not humble every day, and I am not unselfish every day. Like, I definitely fall into the trap of forgetting my humility and forgetting my place and just kind of getting ahead of myself, especially when I put other things over my true higher power, like work or like seeking validation or things like that. So, like, what I think we're looking at here is a big thing that people don't realize. It's losing your humility and losing your sense of just kind of having a daily reprieve to give it up, you know? Because like the second you stop giving it up and you start giving it up to someone else, be that metaphorically or literally, you can find yourself in a pretty nasty tangle of things.
Yeah, you know, I'll be honest. You got to push through. Some days you're more in self-will. Some days you're in the zone and you're just in conscious contact with your higher power. But it's understanding that you got to go through the experience, and by not experiencing anything, you're not going to grow. So it's like learning to lose. I fuck up.
Learning to lose.
And I get back
that little
up.
plug in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of plugs, we do have a couple of people on the Discord that are requesting to speak, so I'd love to get them to chime in a second here. For everyone tuning in on live, if you want to be a part of the conversation or want to like step up to speak or like share your thoughts or opinions or even ask questions on audio and on, I think camera works on here too, but probably not on there, whatever. The Discord is Learning to Lose. So you can join the conversation there. Feel free to join in the chat. But it looks like we've got Erica who requested to speak. Let's see. Oh, it disappeared now. That's so weird. I was literally about to click the button. Erica, if you can hear, you can go ahead and request to speak again. And I'll see if I can put you up there. Whoa. How did you do that?
You did it.
Who did that? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Hi, Erica. How's it going? I'm learning how to work technology today.
Doing it well.
Yeah. Let me turn down this background music so we can actually hear you for a little
Can we
bit.
do instrumental?
Ooh, I like that.
Gunship instrumental?
We can. Okay, Erica, I'm just going to work on adjusting the music.
Wait,
You go
hold
ahead
on.
and chime in.
I'm adjusting my phone. Hold on just a second. Why can I turn my camera? It's always an issue.
And for all you guys on live, if the music's too loud or if you ever can't hear us, just feel free to like
Yeah.
shoot us a comment.
I
let
don't
us
even think you
know.
guys can see me.
Oh,
we can
wait.
see
I
you.
want to see. I want to see.
Hold on.
We can see
Click
you.
the second one. Click the second
Hi,
one.
honey.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going?
The famous Erica Roselli.
Oh my God, you're a person. We're people. We're not
Oh
robots.
my
This is so
God.
cool.
I can't wait, Mason. You have no idea. So I have some good news.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with what you were talking about, but it has to do with
Daniel.
getting someone to the facility. So,
Uh-huh.
So
Tiffany and
I
Daniel.
look at my Kool-Aid grin. I can't stop because I'm so excited and I still have to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like, so I'll tell Ryan.
I'm Ryan. Hi, that's me.
I've been talking. Yeah, I know. Hi, how are you? It's the Ryan show. But Mason already knows this. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what's happening is, or what was occurring and now is happening, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that comes in here, she comes to the meetings on Fridays. I've gotten pretty close and tight with her. And she was in here on Friday night. And her brother is not well. His living situation is just wherever. And she was nervous on even like approaching him about going because he doesn't like to fly. But I pointed something out to her that I don't think it's about flying, but they are coming and taking a train. But I did point out to her because he wanted to come, and then I told her to kind of back off and let him come to you. But there were certain things that I told her on Friday that she took to heart and she actually implemented into speaking with him, and he reached out to her and she said, listen, this is what I'd like to do. And she needs to tell him that bring whatever you need so you don't get ill, you're not sick, you're not this, you're not that. But I need to know, because if we're in the car and, you know, we get pulled over, we need to know that you have shit on you. You know what I mean? Or if you go to the bathroom, I need to know that, you know, you're just going to do your thing. Like, it's not a problem. We totally get it. But I explained to her how the tone, which she's really cool, very, very level-headed. And, but when I explained to her about the tone of how you approach bringing your stuff, bringing your shit, however you want to say it, it's going to make him feel better. She never put that 2 and 2 together. And when I told her that, even after the live, we spoke. And she's like, I didn't even realize, you know, and then she used that in a text. But I said, you know, you got to verbalize it. When you verbalize it on the phone, it's different because texts get misconstrued. The bottom line is he's coming. And what day did she say? I know, right? I'm so excited. And I'm coming too. I can't wait.
Sweet.
So I'm picking them up at the train station, which I wish I wasn't doing a train station, because I'm in a Laguna. So it's like to come to the train station downtown, then to go to Agora Hill. We're gonna be in the car a long time.
That's a drive. That's a drive.
Yeah, I might have to sleep on the couch.
And there's also some pretty cool news. They are coming on
his. Wait, can I say it? Oh no, you say it.
You say it.
No, you.
Oh my God, you guys are
I
adorable.
will.
Someone say it.
On my 2-year sober birthday, October
Mason,
30th.
you almost have 2 years?
I'm coming up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm making red velvet cupcakes.
She even knows your
Great.
favorite cake. Dang. Erica, you're hooking him up.
Yeah, she already,
Yeah.
she's
So-
amazing.
So I just wanted you guys to know that, like, it does work, because this is all because of Discord. If Discord didn't exist, this person wouldn't be coming.
That's
and it was
amazing.
Somebody else, like, yeah.
See, Erica, like I
So-
could even relate to that with my story. Like I wish someone would have told my mom, like the tone and how you talk to your addict or the person in your life who you're trying to come down when talking about their substance or method of using is everything. Because had my mom been
It's
like,
the
oh, Ryan, if you need
physical-
to
well,
just like, like I might have been a little less asshole towards her. You know, I would have been a little more like, oh, she's trying to understand. She's not just being rude. She's not just being domineering or controlling. It's
Right.
like she's trying to be helpful.
Well, listen, you said this before. You have to, or Mason said, I don't know who said it, but you have to be, if you've never experienced it or been in it, you have no right to say anything, because you how could you say anything? You don't know how we feel. You're
That's
the
real.
asshole. We're not.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
So now the fact that he's willing to, you know, because we're going on a tour on, I think it's the 30th of this month. And, you know, the first person that I had reached out to and really took a hold of every day would be like the same conversation. It was like a revolving door for almost 2 months. And he never came. And he told me he was hiding out. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, what are you hiding from? And then I haven't heard from him since.
Then it's disappeared.
I get that all the time on the admission calls. I get like, deep conversations, phone calls at like late at night or early in the morning, and then disappear. And then a phone call a
I
week
think
later.
you know who. I think you might know who I'm talking about.
Who is it?
He's not in here right now. Lucid. Well, Lucas.
Oh, I don't know if I talked to Lucas, but you know, there's a couple people that.
Well,
just,
Danielle did. Danielle did,
Oh.
and somebody else named Sam. She spoke to, who I also talked to, but he relapsed. But he told me he relapsed, and then he relapsed while we were on the phone, and I'm like,
Oh wow.
gotta go now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be a part of that conversation.
And he
kind of
turned his
thing.
camera off, and I'm just like, the fuck are you doing?
Mhm.
Like, the Jersey, I can't help it. The Jersey in me came out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I looked at him like, and he's like, oh, sorry. Put the camera
Yeah.
off. I mean, and I'm just like, dude, the second he put his camera back on, you're like,
Yeah. Just like something changed, and you
know
can just
how-
tell.
I know.
Just like,
Oh no.
you know.
and I was like, damn, bro.
It's just not cool.
but
There's something like about that sneaking it, like hiding it, and then trying to be around people that are not doing
Sorry,
it.
this light going across half my face is really annoying me, Mason. Hang on one sec. You can
was-
keep talking.
what
I'm just
it-
gonna like try to
It
figure out.
didn't bother me. Like, it didn't bother me because, well, it didn't bother me. It was just like, he's so people become so comfortable with me that it's almost like he thinks he could do, but maybe he didn't realize. I don't know what the case may be, but he told me everything that he had done to get it, how his plan was, and then he was doing this, and I have this plan and that plan. I'm like, dude, I've been there. That plan is not gonna work. That plan, you gotta take one step at a time. Sometimes it's minute by minute, sometimes it's hour by hour, then it becomes day by day. And right now, for a lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with this, it's minute by minute. And if you need someone to talk to, and everybody in here pretty much knows me, I don't know, I'm sorry, Kyle, I don't know who you are, but everybody else in here knows who I am. And anyone can call me at any given moment. If I don't answer, it's because I'm sleeping. Or if you message me in here, I will see it, and I will get back to you the quickest I possibly can. Emmett wants to come up. He might want to come up while I'm in here. But I just want you guys to know that I am finally coming there, which I was going to come there anyway because Pat was like, you live in Laguna, just come here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you've known this for the longest time. What do you mean? And he's like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, shocker. So, so I'm going to pick them up, and hopefully this does come to fruition. And if it doesn't, I'm still coming on that day.
Sweet. Well, I mean, if nothing else,
So-
that goes to show that the Discord is reaching people and changes are happening and impact
Exactly.
is impacting.
That was my point.
You know, just like,
That was my whole point.
oh my gosh, it's just crazy to think. Just, yeah, the reality is
best-
people are hearing and taking action.
They are.
Yeah.
And even if it's just letting it, because I tell everybody, you deserve to give yourself credit. You don't, and stop giving such negative self-talk. Because there's 2 books that I want everybody to read, and we can, maybe I can read part of it or whatever the case may be, whatever. There's 2 books that everybody should read that are phenomenal. And one of them took me 4 years to read the entire book. 4 years, because my anxiety was like riddled with anxiety.
Wow.
But one of them is the 4 Agreements, which I think a lot of people know.
Yep.
The other one is, it's called The Untethered Soul.
I've heard of
It
that one.
is
Where have I
a
heard that one before? Who's recommended that
Phenomenal
book before?
book.
Maybe it's just
It's phenomenal.
the title's gone around AA or something like that, or the house. I don't know. But that is something that I have heard of before. So it's crazy and
It's a
awesome that you're
very
recommending that one
good
too.
book. Because we don't realize how much negative self-talk that we're constantly doing in our mind, and how much space it's renting in our brain all the time. And some of us will unpack there and live there for a long time and just walk into the same wall all the time. Never get out of your own way. And
Yeah.
I was one of those people.
I feel
And now
you.
I'm going to be
guilty of that
52
too.
in November. Yeah, see, and I'm going to be 52 in November. And there's certain things that I only just now, like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe, just started saying no to people without saying yes, and then calling and saying, no, I can't.
Yeah, just saying no
I've
up
just
front.
finally.
And see, that's
and
just a
it's not
skill
easy.
in and of itself. No, it's not. Like everyone wants to be an agreeable person or a yes person or not hurt someone's feelings. But then what's that do to you on the inside? What's that do when you keep just getting just like
It's
refused
the
of what you want to
people
do?
pleasers.
Mm-hmm.
See,
That's
and a
huge.
lot of people
Biggest
will
people
say
pleasers.
that men don't have emotion like that, where they're new friends, like new friends, like everything changed drastically for the better, and it can be done.
Yeah.
And now I'm 22 years clean.
There we go. Heck yeah.
22 years.
Get 'em.
That's a
That's like
long
11 times longer than I
And-
am. Like that's gnarly.
And the sickest thing is that I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry,
Bless
my
you.
allergies are so bad.
Pink elephant. Look at the
The
sun.
funniest, it's not even funny, but after a while you forget. You don't sit there and go, oh, I'm 9,000 days clean. You know,
Yeah.
you don't do that. So I put it in a reminder in my phone, which I want Blue to start doing, and he just never sees me say it. But I put it in my calendar for every year. It reminds me. And I could have sworn, I kept telling everybody, I'm like, 19 years on September 16th. It'll be 19 years. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But when the reminder came up, dude, it was 2002, 22 years. So I cut myself short, and I was like, wow.
Dang.
Like, holy shit.
See, that's a life goal right there. Have so much sobriety that you forget how sober you are. Like, that's powerful. It
I
just
would have
becomes a
sworn on
part
a
of
stack
you.
of Bibles it was 19 years. Swear to you. And I would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
So it was 22, and I was like, damn, okay, Erica.
Props. You're right. Give yourself a pat on the back for that. Of course.
And that's another thing I tell everybody in here, and I know that Emmett and Farron and Mac and Nick will totally tell you. I tell everybody, you deserve to give yourself the credit. Hug yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Some people are just like, because I said it. Because I asked them to do it. I said, but you don't really want to do it. Do it when you want to do it.
Yeah.
But don't do it just because I'm saying you need to do it.
Well, see,
You
for a
gotta
lot
give
of people,
yourself
that's a behavior
credit.
they have to learn, you know? They have to learn how to give themselves credit, and they have to learn how to be okay with taking a little bit of a compliment from themselves specifically. And that's one thing that I talk about with my clients all the time,
I
is
say that to
celebrating
Pat
their
all
little
the time.
victories.
Pat's one of them. He needs to learn how to accept a compliment. He doesn't. And I tell him that all the time. I'm like, this is because of you. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What do you mean it's not? I'll fight with you till I'm blue in the face. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Who started it? And he'll go, me. And I'm like, there you go. What do you mean? So there's your answer. Like, so I just wanted you guys, Brian, I mean, Mason already knew, but I just wanted you to know that it's working.
Yeah.
And we're almost at 1,000 people.
Yeah.
From zero.
It's getting up there, and that's just such a beautiful thing. So thank you, Erica, so much for sharing that. Like, I appreciate you coming through and just like giving the good news.
Man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm always here. Everybody knows me.
Love it.
And if you don't, just come in.
Erica, can you hear me? Hold on. We're a little glitchy right now.
We're a little bit glitchy. Bear with us for just one moment. We'll see if we can get
technical.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Erica.
Oh, she froze.
Hold on a second. Okay. Erica. There we are.
Back.
Okay, you're back. I wanted to ask you something.
I'm like, was I like...
Did you want to speak at the house that Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday? I didn't even know that.
The October 30th, my 2 years, at 8 p.m., we have the hybrid meeting at the house. We'd be more than happy to have you speak.
Well, I'm supposed to take... I would love to, but I'm supposed to take them back to their hotel. I mean, back to the hotel.
And their hotel's in Agora, right? Yeah.
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 So it's good.
I know.
Absolutely.
And then, but I mean, your drive, I don't know if you're staying in Agora Hills or you're going back to Laguna that night, but if you could do the meeting,
planning on it.
that would be amazing because
I don't have a curfew. I'm good.
Yeah, you're not like the Gracelandians. They have 12 o'clock food. But we could also go live and tell people on the Discord to show up on the Zoom side and get some support through the Zoom on the AA meeting.
I did that.
On Zoom?
We do it on Zoom hybrid. So it's
So we have in person and on Zoom.
yeah.
Oh. I wasn't even aware of that.
Oh,
yeah,
we fancy like
absolutely.
that.
I'll do anything.
Yeah. So I'll let the secretary know that we have a speaker on October 30th. You'll be there for when I get my cake. Because you'll be
Let's
there
give
for
a
the
big hug in
cupcakes.
person
I'll
and
be
all
able
that
to
stuff.
Do my little 2-year speech, you know.
Oh my God. I'm going to cry, so just be prepared.
I'll bring tissues.
I just won't wear any makeup. I won't wear mascara.
Okay.
But I will cry. I know I will. I'm an emotional person when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll
when it
be
comes
it'll
to
be
a
a
lot
good
of
time. You know, you're really
But-
going to be a part of the community that day.
Heck
you know,
yeah.
join the tour.
I can't wait.
Yeah, and
I'm
we love
so
having people
excited.
from outside of the general Agora area just coming in to speak as well. You get a much deeper understanding of how AA is not just local, but also national and international vibe and international community.
See,
You know?
and for me, that wasn't my DOC,
Mm,
but it doesn't make a difference because it's all based on the same book.
mm.
It's all it's absolutely you know, it's funny. It's all the same issue. You know,
It is the same.
it
It's
really
all
is.
the same. It's addiction.
Yeah.
But you know, like some like my DOCs, both of them were not physically dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They were mentally dependent.
Was it?
So
MJ?
it was so much easier to just be like, done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, and then one of them was weed, and
Mhm.
I went to MA, Marijuana Anonymous, because I was living in West Hollywood at the time, and it was the only meeting I could find that was like close to my house,
Mhm.
and I just kept going. The first day, I made every excuse in the fucking book to myself, out loud. I don't want to shower. I don't feel like driving. I don't know if I'm going to see anybody. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this. And look, everything's negative.
Yeah.
When I got there, it was 52 people in the room, standing room only. I'm like, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not saying anything. I'm not moving. I'm standing right here, like in my head.
Yeah.
And then this woman was like, come here. And I'm like looking around. Is she talking to me? There's like 500 people standing. And she was like, yeah, come here. So I sat down next to her and I was like, listen, don't let them pick me. I'm not saying anything. I don't know how this works, but I'm not saying a word. Like, I was really frantic.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of 2 hours, I was sharing. I was getting 1,000,001 phone numbers. It was incredible. It was the best day of the new life I started.
On the first day of the new life you started. And it's amazing how no matter what kind of a program, whatever program of recovery that you're pursuing, the vibe and the feeling is still there. The feeling of being an outcast, the feeling of being uncomfortable, the feeling of not wanting to be there, speak to anyone, the feeling of just being like, oh my God, like I don't want to do any of this. But then all of a sudden, magically, eventually, you start to do it. Whether it's because someone flagged you down, whether it's because you just kept going, nose to the grindstone, something changes in all the programs.
And
it's
was
beautiful.
Definitely something that I will never in my life ever forget. Because that was me overcoming my fears of speaking in front of people about what I didn't want to even admit, because I was doing coke too. And I didn't want, like, I wasn't ashamed of it, but I think because of my roots and where I come from, we're very strong people and we come off strong, like very, I wouldn't say intimidating, but it's just like, damn, like, why is such a bitch?
Whoa.
Like, that's how people look at me. And I'm like, but I'm really not. Like, what did I do? And I've been here 25 years now, so I've completely calmed down. But I can, if you do something that's gonna piss me off, like Pat's seen it before, I will take my earrings out and throw down, like with my mouth. Like, it won't be a good thing. Like, I don't want to be that person, but I can. And I don't want
I can
that
relate to
come
that
out because
100%.
Yeah, because it reminds me of who I used to be. Like a tissue would fall on the floor, and I'd be like, "Motherfucking God!" From a tissue falling on the floor. Like, who does that?
That goes into another topic
You know what I mean?
I like to talk about is like just because we're sober doesn't mean like we still have our moments, you know. I've had moments in recovery where I'm like, I don't know, I'm acting a kind of whack. Like taking things personal and it's like, okay, well, you know what? I didn't pray this morning. Actually, I didn't pray last night. Oh man, I'm really just on my own self-will thinking I got this.
Yeah.
I need to humble myself now and get on my knees and pray. And that's what I find myself
you know what
doing.
you should. Sorry.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I find
sorry, I gotta hold my mouth shut. My ADD.
Because I was doing, in the beginning, I was doing a lot of praying. Like, oh, I'm praying in my head. I'm praying. But there is something about getting on your knees that, like, the gift of desperation, almost like you get a little taste of it again. Like, I'm desperate for my higher power. I'm desperate for your help. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I can't do it alone. I need you. I'm on my knees begging you. And I kind of have to have that attitude when I'm praying. Otherwise, the praying becomes kind of like selfish. Like, hey, help me
No.
get out of this traffic.
No, you have to. You need. No. I'm stopping you there. You need to rephrase that because that isn't what it is.
Right.
You need to rephrase that into a positive because you're not doing something. Don't punish yourself.
Right.
Because you didn't for 2 days. Just pick up where you left off.
That's another thing. Catastrophize.
That's it.
Agreed.
Just pick up where you left off. And one thing I really think helps me, and I think Blue needs to do it, and I think you need to do it as well, Mason, is put reminders in your calendar. Pray in the morning. Make sure it goes off with an alert. You don't necessarily have to hear your alert, but you'll see it come up. And then in the afternoon, and then at night before you go to bed, pray at these every day. And I can show you, I know you have an iPhone, so I'll show you how to do all that. And it helps me. If I didn't have that go off, look, I wouldn't have even known it was 22 years. That's just one thing. Like, if I didn't do that, I would have forgotten to pick somebody up at the airport the other day. Like, I'm dead serious.
Gotta love that.
So, yeah, that would not have worked out very well.
I do want to take a second, not to interrupt you, Erica. Emmett has apparently been waiting patiently to chime in, and I am an airhead, and I just got so hyper focused on just like being like, Erica, you are just speaking such knowledge right now. I do want to share the spotlight a little bit.
Patient. You guys are all good. Everybody's good. Erica, I love you. You're a blessing
I love
to
you
all.
so much.
Scott, it's a magical what we're doing and making moves and getting these people where they need to be. Homie, you were talking about getting on your knees and praying.
Yes.
Man, wave those hands in the air. Wave your hands in the air. You will release. It will, like, that's my style of prayer. I wave my hands in the air because it lifts a weight off of us. You can feel it physically. I just wanted to touch base and just tap in because I've been absent for a little bit now. And it's not like out of anything like wrong or anything. I just I can't keep up with the late night visits and stuff.
No, that's all good. It happens.
I missed you so much, so we changed the Friday night meetings to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's 11 o'clock their time.
I noticed that, and then here we are hanging late. So this is kind of neat too, because I don't work Mondays, so I can handle this one.
Nice.
I'm so happy to see you. I miss you.
I'm here. I ain't no quitter.
No, you're not.
Emmett, where are you from?
I'm upstate New York. I'm in like.
I was trying to figure out where your
Tri-City.
accent was from, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's either going to be Philly, Jersey, or New York. And I was like, third guess, New York. Got it.
He's in, I call fake New York.
Fake New York.
Yeah, it ain't the city. Yeah, it's the shitty city. Yeah, for sure.
It's just fake.
We love
New York.
it. Yeah,
More like the country.
It's
Oh, the country.
definitely
No, thank you.
it's got its hills. But I just wanted to tap in, and then you mentioned the Four Agreements, Erica. I can only shout that book out 1,000 times to everybody because it's beyond a miracle. It does a lot of open.
You don't even have to read the book. Just read the back of the book. You're done.
Right. Yo, it's so gold. It's such gold. I love that book so much.
It is.
I literally I buy it and I give it away. I just give it away. I give everybody the book. It's a good one,
Yeah,
and I like the
incredible.
other ones too. You know,
The Untethered
The
Soul.
Untethered Soul,
I want
yeah.
everybody to read that.
Untethered
Yeah.
Soul. You're making me
Yeah,
pull a pen. I should put my camera
I'll-
on, but
I'll text it to you.
all right, love. Thank you.
I'm so happy to see you. I'm calling you before you go to bed. Don't take your night meds yet.
Oh, I already did, but understood. I will hang 10.
All right, I'm gonna call you right now then, because you're gonna be out
I
cold in
appreciate-
like 5 minutes.
I'm soon to be done. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are champions, and what
Heck
you
yeah.
guys are doing is a blessing to everybody that pays attention.
Thank you.
And sorry, like I said, sorry I'm absent. I'm trying to tap in.
Why
but
are you
I got-
apologizing for that?
Yo,
Nope.
gang. Understood, stood under. Yes, sir. Yes. I should watch my mouth.
You don't need to
It's
apologize
that
for that. You were working on yourself,
No, it's
and it
that
was too
dumb
late at night.
No,
Good.
thank you. You're always doing that shit, Erica. You always do that.
Bringing the light,
What do I
bringing
do?
the energy. That's what's up.
Wait, what did I do?
You give the. You did you put us in check. You know, and realign the attitude, that negative attitude. Like I said,
You tried
sorry
to.
when I shouldn't.
You don't need to
It's not-
apologize for anything.
Exactly.
There's no judgment. I'm not like, oh my god, I can't believe Hamid hasn't been here. Like, come
You know
on.
what I really like? I really like that you are comforting. I don't know who's coming to the house, but I love that you're comforting them into confiding in their, loose ends and letting them do what they need to do to get there, because that is so necessary. It's annoying,
It really is.
trouble, but it's so necessary to make them comfortable for the transition. And that's
I love you.
that's serious shit. That's real shit, honestly.
You're gonna make me cry. Stop.
Nah, oh, you're good. I mean, but in all reality, like for all of us, like the homies in the house.
You guys were all my boys, like in the lounge. Everybody is like, you guys are my people. You started call. Oh God, see, I knew it.
There it goes.
All
But
right,
it's
feels.
good years. It's not bad. You mean he
Yeah.
calls me Mama Bear, and now everybody calls me that because I'm the oldest chronologically.
Mm.
Some of you are older in.
That
in
didn't mean it like that. She was.
No, I don't care. I love it. But
Oh, good.
it just makes me so happy that the people keep coming back. It means that we're doing something right.
Yeah, man. It takes a wolf pack.
It just means that we're doing something right.
Mm.
Whether it's you talking to somebody, or Mac talking to someone, or Nick, or me, we're all doing something for someone.
Yeah.
It's not just me. But
It's helping me. It's doing a lot. It's doing a lot of damage. I kind of want to go west, but at the same time, I got a lot of weight on my shoulders. So
you need to stay
But
where
I'd
you
lo-
are because of what why.
yeah. It's cool though. Like who knows? Magic can happen. I got people out there that are influencers, and they broadcast all the beautiful things out there and travel, and it's like it's an opportunity. Like I built
think
the
that-
RV.
Yeah, and I think that at one point maybe once this really, I mean, it's already grown significantly. It's just amazing.
Mm.
But the people that do keep coming back and are really like, even if we're not talking about sobriety, we could be bullshitting about who the hell knows what. And we're all laughing and having a good time and just bugging out and being silly and stupid. But the people that do come back are consistent and do come back. Like Emmett, you don't need to apologize for not being here at all. I know you're good without even talking to you. I know you're okay. You're doing you, and that's okay. So no, you don't need to apologize for that. But in the same breath, I want to say that it's not just me. Everyone is helping everybody. That's what makes it a community.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. We all are, gotta arm up, get strong, get straight, get sober, stay
and
beautiful.
I will call people out. I will call people out because no, don't do that. Now you have to say it positively to me right now. Rephrase it.
What's that?
And not you. I'm just
She's being in general.
So maybe that comes off as harsh. I don't know, but I'm gonna come off the way that I feel that I need to. It just comes out of my mouth.
You know what? Some people need that
it
kind of
seems-
directness and that kind of like instant redirection, because for their entire life, who knows? Maybe people have just let them say that kind of thing and apologize and say sorry, and that's led them in a lot of ways to where they are now, or how they act now, or how they interact now. So having someone like you who's just like, nope,
Yes.
we're gonna redo that right now. It could be shocking to some people, but it could be necessary for other people,
It is necessary because if you continuously, like I said, rent space of negative talk in your mind all the time, and then you say it out loud, I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. What are you sorry for? You didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a program at the house called the
Like-
No Sorry program.
Yeah, see? I didn't even know that.
Some people need to be on
Yeah,
it.
people
Let
can't
me
even
know.
say sorry for nothing. They get words,
I just want
essays for that.
everybody to realize that you have the power to not deflect, to stay in the same lane, but you can still branch off a little bit where the positivity comes from, where God comes from, and then you start to pivot all the way out, but you're still in the same lane. And it giving an analogy or some type of visual helps people more than just saying it,
Heck yeah.
because they'll just yes you to death.
Nope, that's
I
very,
get it.
very true. And Erica, I hate to stop you there, but me and Mason do have to dip in just
I'm
a
out.
second. So, I mean, you guys are both amazing. Much love to both you guys, and big shout out and heart to everybody on the live. Thank you so much. If you want to join the conversation like Erica and Emmett over here, hit us up on Discord. It's going to be Learning to Lose. You can find all the links and all the stuff in the description and in the link tree on the profile and on all our socials. Hit us up at gracelandranch.org. Feel free to reach out to us if you know somebody or are somebody who wants to come get help. Definitely reach out. We'll be here for you to help out, and you can join the conversation like these two rock stars over here. For everyone else, have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you all next time. Have a great night live, and I'll see you guys next time too.
Have a
Nighty
good
night.
night.
Bye.
Bye.